So an interesting thing about you, Dani, is first of all, obviously you have a local tie for us. You're from Bangor. So what has the community been like, and have you kind of touched base with your old school?
Yeah, I have a younger sister. She's a sophomore and she plays on the varsity team. So her name's Jenna. I'm directly correlated to Bangor softball like that still, which is really nice. And my heart is honestly broken for them, especially for the seniors, because they just won't get that last senior experience. And that's like something that I will never forget from my senior season at Bangor. But just overall, girls that are chasing their dreams to try to get recruited and all of that, that's been put on pause as well, which is kind of hard to see in the future how that's going to pan out. But, you know, forever Bangor Slater, and just definitely feeling hard for them because it's something that time in my life I will never forget.
Obviously, you didn't get to have a season either for Penn State. NCAA was real quick to cancel things at the college level. Can you kind of reflect on your emotions of when you found out you weren't going to have your junior season?
Yeah, of course. We were 26 games in, and we were in Clearwater, Florida for our spring break trip. And our last game was on a Wednesday against UCF. But when we found out, we were all in the same conference room in our hotel in Clearwater. And the tension in that room, the amount of emotions is absolutely something I can't even put into words. It was ridiculous how hard we felt for the seniors and just in general. But we're trying to stay together and do Zoom meetings, and we had a book club that we just finished. So we're trying to get more involved in each other over Zoom because this is permanent. We didn't think it was going to be. I mean, I just took 2 weeks worth of clothes back home, and I just recently went back out to Penn State to grab stuff because it just wasn't like real for any of us.
Well, fortunately, you're not a senior, so you get one more season. Hopefully nothing like this ever happens again. You get to enjoy that senior season. But another thing we want to talk about with you, Dani, is you're a journalism major, more specifically sports broadcasting. Can you first of all tell us why you chose that major for yourself?
Yeah, of course. I actually came in a kinesiology major, which did not work out. So credit to anyone that has to take those classes. They're extremely hard. But my fallback is something that I've always loved to do in my free time. Obviously watch sports, obviously play sports, but I love to write. And I've realized that being such a people person that I've kind of found my home in the communications major and being able to really embrace that and find love in the classes and wanting to go to class, wanting to do the assignments. And people always say, like, you're going to find your major and you're actually going to fall in love with it. I was like, will I know? Will I? But they're not wrong.
Yeah, everyone in our field and in different schools all over the country are adjusting to this digital way, but it's kind of forcing us all to get a little more creative. Are there any particular skills that your professor is now saying, hey, journalism is being affected by this pandemic? You need to have this skill set before you leave college?
Yeah, just in general, my professors in the communications major have really encouraged all of us to do as much networking as we can. And a lot of people have made like panels. Like I joined like a weekly panel that I've actually learned through one of my boosters, Elizabeth King, and she was really great at giving me access to that and just listening to people while I'm just like, I don't know, cooking dinner or even like doing a workout. Just listening to them and being able to learn from them and their experiences is definitely something that I appreciate those people doing, because this is going to be an interview question. Like, what did you do with your time when COVID-19 came around? You can either say like, well, I only did a few things, but I met this person, this person, this person.
Well, it's smart that you have a game plan for that interview question, because without a doubt, it's going to come up, and you're a junior, so you're only less than 2 years away from those interviews and those conversations. Now, as a junior, you're probably taking journalism classes that are geared specifically for sports journalism. Obviously, sports are shut down right now. So what are those classes like, and have you been given any advice by some professionals that maybe came and were guest speakers for your classes?
Yeah, my sports industry class is the only class right now that's specifically geared towards sports. And we were just going to learn everything from a sports journalism to a special teams coordinator from the Saints. Just being able to zoom in with them through our class and ask them as many questions as we want is definitely something that we really value, because we wouldn't talk to those people otherwise. They're just recommending on reading old sports articles and just studying how they're like laid out, because that's really what we were learning before we left. But learning from other people's experiences is what that industry class is geared to right now.
Yeah, well, Dani, I know that we are all very eager for sports to come back and everything to kind of get back to normal again. I'm so sorry that you missed your junior season, but we know it's for the greater good. And I hope that you stay safe, your family stays safe, and hopefully we see some softball sooner rather than later.
Yeah. I hope you stay safe too. Thank you.